The Best of the Web is brought to you by MCI One. Life just got simpler.
Ready for a road trip? We got the route mapped and the sites picked out, but forget the car, because the road we're talking about is the Info Highway, and the sites are good enough to make this week's Best of the Web. First, we join Mark, Megan, and Marvin the Road Dog on a trip across America. After their house burned down in 1993, this fearless threesome took to the road and cyberspace in their Phoenix One. Now you can keep up to date with them and their wild adventures on the web. Through digital journals and an interactive slideshow, you'll explore interesting eats, meet new friends, and visit some pretty cool places. And although some of these stops are your typical tourist traps, it's really the smaller, more quirky areas that make this website worth a look. Now, one place Mark and Megan won't want to miss on their journey is the Experience New Orleans website. Loaded with comprehensive travel information, the Big Easy is made tourist-friendly at this site. Jam over to the birthplace of jazz, take a tour of some New Orleans cemeteries, and dive into some Louisiana swamps. But most importantly, you won't want to miss their extensive coverage of Mardi Gras '97. Get ready for the big event with party planning, lodging info, and video highlights from last year's bash. And for more New Orleans fun, check out the Big Easy's favorite author, Anne Rice, with a visit to her official homepage. This site offers everything imaginable for the Anne Rice aficionado. Take a tour of her Creole cottage on St. Charles Avenue, or her most recent book tour for Servants of the Bones. You can even get the scoop on future novels and CD-ROM projects. For more Best of the Web, head to CNET.com, where we also visit the Internet Underground Music Archive and an online store for purchasing rubber chickens.
Thanks, Gina. Even surfing the best of the web, you can get a little tired of clicking the left arrow, the right arrow, and those hyperlinks. So, Desmond Crisis is here from CNET Labs with a couple of solutions for those who would rather have their slippers do the walking.
Yeah, that's right. The ways to use your feet on the Internet. These are the rudder control system from Thrustmaster for flying planes, and Richard has the no-hands mouse for just about everything else.
Now, I'm still new. I've just been using this for a few minutes, so it's a little awkward yet, but let me explain. If you want the cursor to go up and down, you move your toes and heel back and forth. You wiggle left and right, and the cursor goes left and right. The left pedal is for clicking. The right mouse button is the heel. The left mouse button is the toes. I will click with the left mouse button now, and watch what happens on these menus in Netscape Navigator. I can move back and forth pretty much. Well, I'm still rough at this, but you know, it's not that hard to get used to.
Yeah, and it's even better for real applications. Aside from the browser, it's great when you're hammering away on any document or your email or whatever, and you realize you've messed up somehow, you misspelled something. You just go ahead and use your foot to go back to it and leave your hands right over the keyboard and just keep hammering away.
I'll have to take your word for that. Now, on the Thrustmaster, that's more for fun, and this is pretty much only for flight simulators.
Yeah, that's right. Just for planes, but every plane has them. Most computers don't, so it's a huge advantage. Richard, use your no-hands mouse to
get you started here. Now, move the rudder with your foot left and right, and let's see what happens to this airplane.
Okay, now you're looking at the airplane from the back. I'll level it out with the joystick here. I'll push in the right rudder, and you can see it banks off to the right or to the left.
Now imagine you could make much more quicker moves this way. Yeah. Is it a real advantage against an opponent as a game player?
Absolutely. It gives you so much more maneuverability, and it's a real natural feeling airplane control.
How much?
This is $149.95, the rudder control system from Thrustmaster, and the no-hands mouse has a street price of $199.95.
Now, that's steep. It takes some getting used to, but I guess if you have carpal tunnel syndrome or something which prevents you from using your hands, it's the only way to go.
And it's cheaper than therapy.
All right, more information on both at CNET.com on the World Wide Web. Desmond, thanks once again.
Thank you.
There's a revolution underway on the web, one that has the potential to change forever how we think about and interact with the online world.
Called three-dimensional virtual worlds, their popularity continues to grow, and they are fast becoming common sights. We asked CNET's Ron Reagan to check out some of these 3D sites and tell us what's going on.
3D worlds, they've become some of the hottest places to hang out on the internet. There's a lot of competition out there between the creators of 3D worlds, so we paid a visit to one of the virtual chat leaders, Worlds Incorporated, to find out what life is like in their virtual space.
Why 3D? What's so compelling about 3D?
Well, what 3D gives you is the ability to see other users on the site with you, so you can actually develop a relationship with someone online, see them, interact with them, and really have a fully immersive and exciting experience.
To get into these virtual 3D landscapes, you must first go to their website at www.worlds.net and download their special browser, Active Worlds. You can't just see these 3D worlds on Netscape or Internet Explorer. Once you get this downloaded into your computer, all you have to do is click twice to drop into virtual reality.
All right, Danny, take me on a little 3D journey here.
Sure.
How do we get into these worlds?
This particular world is called the Gate. And from this world, you can get to all kinds of different worlds that are currently online. Currently, there's 48 worlds.
Including a TV.com world.
Look at that.
Within Alpha World, users are welcome to build on any open plot of land they can find. There are over 200 objects to choose from in the directories.
Clearly, you have to develop a certain amount of savvy with this stuff before you can just start building things.
Yeah, it's amazing how quick people catch on.
If you're new to the worlds, you may want to explore what exists already before you decide what you want to build. For example, you can take a peek at Virtual Yellowstone Park.
So Yellowstone National Park, or Virtual Yellowstone, was created by a company called...
Let's not confuse the two.
Let's not confuse them, yeah. One will get
you've been here for too long.
One you'll get eaten, and the other one you're pretty safe.
Within the park, you can explore the magma chamber as well as seeing what Old Faithful looks like from the inside out.
Dangerous to go near the geyser.
Feel like talking back? Well, 3D lends itself nicely to the world of chat. There are many different areas to chat in, but I found some great advice in the Transcends world.
Where can I get a good pizza around here? We'll see just how savvy these people are. Yeah, good question. See, already you talk pizza, you get people. You're gonna get a response. Get people interested.
Throw some out there about beer now, and I think you got it.
Though you might think these virtual worlds are all American, there's actually so much interest from people around the globe that they've begun to create worlds that speak languages other than English, such as Spanish World. So what is this 3D virtual worlds craze really all about?
It is the multi-user experience. It is the ability to explore and discover something that someone else has created. 3D itself doesn't really make the difference. It's what's in there.
Reporting for CNET Central, I'm Ron Reagan.
Thanks, Ron. Now, if you want to get into one of these 3D worlds and find out what it's all about yourself, we've made it easy for you.
All it takes is one stop at our site, cnet.com. We put together a list of links to all the places Ron showed you and more, and we'll also get you the software you'll need to experience these extra-dimensional spaces.
Now, for the more practical-minded, cnet.com is also the place to go for help with the just-released Microsoft Office 97. We have got 97 tips and tricks to help you make the most of this massive and not so inexpensive Office suite.
That's it for CNET Central. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us this week on CNET, the digital domain.